Ladies and gentlemen, today we are in East London and we are joining the LUO Culture Group who are celebrating International Women's Day. We'll be catching up with them, see what they're about, see what their culture is about, see what they have to, what message they have for you, what message they'll be spreading out to the rest of the Ugandans. They're in there dancing right now. Let's have a look what their dancing's like. Gentlemen, you are tuned into Pearl Chat. We are in East London and today we are joining the LUO Cultural Group as they celebrate International Women's Day. Joining me is the chairman, Mr.
John Obalim.
Mr. John Obalim. Mr. John, thank you for taking time out to talk to us.
Thank you very much.
John, tell us a little bit more about the LUO Cultural Group.
LUO Cultural Group is a Ugandan community group in London that started way back in 1991. Our main activities are cultural events, language classes for children, outing for the community, and performances at weddings, funerals, graduation ceremonies. That's what we do. And we help young people, we promote them, we bring them up in a cultural way.
You are one of the, maybe the only Ugandan cultural group that has managed to last this long. You've been going, as you said, since 1999.
That's 1991.
1991.
That's right.
We're in 2012 and you're still going strong. And also, some of our issues as Ugandans, when we speak to people, is that we're not maintaining our culture. How do you guys manage to do that?
We are trying because the thing is, we who are here predominantly came to the UK as refugees. And we are more or less still of the same age group, and many of us went to schools in Uganda, and we were brought up in the villages in Uganda, and we already had some background about our culture, and we have seen to it that we needed to promote this culture, we needed to stick with it, and we needed to bring our children in the same way.
And, you know, with every event that is happening, today you're celebrating International Women's Day. With all the stuff that is happening in Uganda, what have you to say about that?
Well, we do recognize that we have women among us, and we are also from Uganda, and we know that women still suffer inequality in Uganda. Women still are reduced to working in the kitchen, just childbearing, working in the fields. And in terms of education and what they can achieve outside the family house is still limited. So we want to make women aware that there is a lot that they can do to achieve.
You are doing a lot for the LUO people in England. Are you doing anything for the people in Uganda?
Well, what we have done is we link up with some artists in Uganda, and a few of them have come and performed here. But we also visit Uganda, we visit our villages, and not only that, most of the costumes that we have, we transport them from Uganda, we get them from our local people at home. And not only that, we have linkage. We follow what is going on in the country on a day-to-day basis.
Somehow, you're nearly the only Ugandan group that has managed, as I said, to last this long. Funds are normally needed. How do you manage to fund these events?
Well, I have to say that funding has been a problem for our community right from the beginning when we started. Initially, we were relying mainly on support from our members and from our community. We do organize events, like our biggest fundraising event is normally during the Easter Festival.
Is there any message you would like to give to the Ugandan audience out there?
Ginamiro wajone ena yene lokmete kwaro gin mapire tek mada la Uganda moke ken matie UK kany miro ngini gwogote kwaro paro pi kama ini aki iye kama ginyweli iye keri ini beru kany pire tek one LUO culture group watie gi Easter Festival matika bino chochoke inindwa piera rio meduma ngwen mwaka alibario kia para ngwen walego dano weng me bino ye Ugandans weng Acholi weng me bino ye apoy tutwal.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me right now as some of the organizers of the LUO Cultural Group celebrating International Women's Day. These two young ladies are the ladies that originally started the LUO Cultural Group. What made you start up this group?
Basically, this is an International Women's Day, but all over the world it's celebrated, but in this country it's usually silent. But I know that women in this country are still struggling, just like the women in the third world countries. So I felt in my heart that it's about time, as LUO Cultural Group, that we started appreciating our women, just even just one day a week, one day for the year, because we are bringing up these young ladies, young girls who will be taking up the mantles from us. So I felt it was appropriate that we start celebrating it every year. So that's when we started it. Besides, it is a basis for sharing ideas, because if you have an idea, you remain with your idea, but if you bring your idea, it becomes two ideas. So women, you see women, they are very resourceful. So when we sit together, there's a proverb in Acholi that we reproduce by each other, that women reproduce by one another.
In Acholi.
Okay, in Acholi we say that Monwal Kiwedi. Basically that means that women multiply or reproduce by each other, because we support one another with our ideas. We come together, we share, and we bring up things, and we are very resourceful. We encourage one another. When things are not going well, there's somebody down the line somewhere who will give you a word of encouragement. So on this day, there will be other elderly women that will be coming, that will be giving us their words of wisdom. So that was the idea.
Thank you very much, ladies. The work that you're doing here is brilliant. What message would you have for the viewers out there?
The message I have for all the women out there is like, you need to come and join on this day, because all the women, we fought for this day since 1911, and now, we are kind of equal to the men, and, women can do things that anybody can do. So I really encourage all the women to come together, and I want to thank all the women for what they have done and what they are still doing. I mean, especially celebrating this day. Thank you.
Ladies, thank you for organizing. Also joining me is Christine. Christine, you gave a speech earlier on today.
Yeah,
right?
I did,
And
yeah.
could you just repeat to our viewers briefly what your speech was about?
Earlier on I gave a speech as a women's secretary. Today is International Women's Day 2014, and I welcome the women and I thank them for their effort for coming, because Women's Day is about collective effort. So I thank them, and I thank even the gentlemen who are behind them for helping them to make it possible. I actually have my, I thank LUO Cultural Group for initiating this day, because it's very important for those who started it before to, because it's a way of making the fight for equality to keep going on, because it basically is about equality, equal rights. And the women fought started in 1911 in America, all over the world. It's about the right to vote, the right to work, the right to be retrained, the right to work in public offices, rather than being stuck at home with children. And above all, for the women themselves to appreciate themselves, that they are equal. They are equal to anybody. So it's about equality. That's what we spoke earlier on.
Thank you very much for your time, Christine.
Thank you.
Thank you for organizing.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you very much, ladies.
You're welcome.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching Pearl Chat, and we'll be back after this break. LUO Culture event, and I'm joined by some young ladies who have grown up in the LUO culture in England. I'm going to be asking them about their experiences. You are from Uganda, right? And have you grown up in England? Were you born in England?
Yeah, I was born in England. My dad is half Ugandan and then my mum is half South African, so I'm a mixture.
We saw you dancing in there to the music, and you guys just look really proud. I mean, you've grown up in England and you're still out there representing your culture. Is it your parents that taught you this, or is it yourselves?
Our parents kind of led us to do it, but then eventually we became to like it and we became to enjoy it. So then we decided to carry on the whole.
Experience growing up in England and your cultural background as well.
It's something we're born into, so it's something we're encouraged to do whilst we're young. So we all started while we were really young and small. So then we all grew up into it. So that's how it all started.
So coming to events like this, do you learn anything? What do you learn when you come to events like this?
It's all about everyone coming together. This is something we do all the time, and everyone comes together because it's been a while, so everyone does this, comes together, yeah.
When you're growing up in England, you find that some of the youths are not proud of their culture, and sometimes they're embarrassed to say that they're Ugandan or from a different tribe. How do you feel about that?
I definitely agree. A lot of people are kind of embarrassed to say that they're from Uganda or wherever you may be from Africa, but for us it feels like, because we're so involved in our culture, we come together, we dance, we're part of like a community. I feel proud whenever people say where am I from, I say Uganda proudly. I say I'm Acholi and I'm proud of the culture. So I think when you grow up with it and you know what goes on back home and you learn it, you will always be proud of it. So for us, I know that every one of us are proud of our culture.
I mean, we saw you, all of you guys, dancing really into it, and I've never seen a group of young girls dancing to their culture music and enjoying themselves. And I mean, how do you feel like you've really benefited from having this cultural group with you?
Yeah, we really do, because this is something we're going to pass into our children, and our children are going to be doing the same thing, so very proud.
And what message would you have for the other Ugandan youths out there?
Be proud of your culture, be proud.
Yeah, I would tell them that they should really embrace what they have, because some people don't get the opportunity to even know their culture, but with here, it's something that you can know it and enjoy it at the same time.
And, you know, as I said, we really enjoyed you guys dancing. I saw you guys dancing, and I've never seen a group of young girls so into their culture, their music. Any message? Can you actually speak the language?
I mean, I can.
Yeah.
Not fluent, but you know, it's been a. Hopefully, I will learn. And
You can understand.
Through like our group, they teach us. We got books and things like that. So everything's in place. But if you wanted to learn your language, you can. And a lot of people do. Like I can hear it, but it's just about sentences. So we learn a lot about speaking the language.
Ladies, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks, ladies, for your time.
Thank you.
Can any of you ladies speak the language?
No, I can, but no.
You're not comfortable.
Yeah, well, I am, but I'm on the inside.
Okay,
I
then.
can't.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there were some lovely ladies that are from the LUO culture group. They've grown up in the LUO culture group and they've been representing. This is what we need, a group, a culture that is raising their kids. These girls have grown up in England and they're still proud to say that they're Ugandan or they're from the LUO tribe, and they dance and understand their languages. We'll be back right after this. Joining me is Auntie Rose, one of the elders of the LUO cultural community. Rose, what made you guys start up this event?
Huh?
Why did you start up the event?
To visit those people, my group, my community. They are my children.
Okay.
They are my children and my community.
And how do you help support and raise these children?
I'm the elder in the community. I teach them how to be in the community and how to do our cultural. Always, I'm their mom. And I like my community. I'm happy because I am born in this community and I'm here for them. Without my community, I can't survive. So I'm here for them. They like me. They always respect me as elderly. As even you saw me when I came, everybody was waiting for me because I was having two events. I was there talking about teaching them how to behave in the community, and again here they were waiting for me. So I'm here as a mother. Always I'm their mom in this community. And I like my community because they are very strong people. They are so happy. They like people. They are not theft. They are not threat anybody. They are people for people. My community, they are very strong people in this country. And I love my children. As a mom, as a mother, I like them and they like me too.
You've got a lot of youths in there that we saw today, and we can see that they really respect and they've grown up in the community. You can see they can dance, they can understand the language. What advice have you got for the other youths out there that don't know about this community?
We always we can send the email, or those people send this email to the other people, to the other community to come and join us and see what people from my community they always does. So everybody can come from different places, like Norway, Sweden, America, German. They always come for our event. We are very strong here in our community. And those children, they are very, very, very lovely community. That is what we are here. Yeah.
Thank you, Auntie Rose. You guys are doing a brilliant job with your community and supporting, raising your kids and teaching them your culture. We just had a look in there and the girls were dancing so happily to the music. The boys were playing the drums and it's really good what you guys are doing, raising kids in this way.
Because we don't want to lose our culture. We like our culture to be on and over, every time. Because we are now in a different country, we don't want to lose our culture. That is why we are here with our children. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Welcome. Thank you too.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm catching up with Belinda, a team, and she is representing women in Africa. We met this young lady having a good time today, and check this out, ladies and gentlemen, with a baby on her back. A team, what have you learned? I mean, what do you benefit out of events like this?
Actually, this is a LUO culture group which I'm a member of. We've been teaching young people to dance. We also teach language classes. We have so many different ways in which women can come together, enjoy themselves. We've had a lot of food made by women, and as you can see, probably you've seen part of the events. It's about celebration, and today has been particularly very special
because lots of women were represented, and we got a lot more women now on board as management team. So basically seeing the young girls growing up and basically exposing my little one Chelsea as well at such an early stage is very important, because this place is where I've been coming for a long time, for nearly 20 years. So I'm so happy to be here. I'm so relaxed, and the baby also learns from me that we need to come together every now and then, perform art.
We were at the LUO culture event today where they celebrated International Women's Day, and joining me right now is the organizing secretary, David. Thank you very much for putting on a show today. You're the organizer and you put on a brilliant show. What does it take to organize a show like this?
It takes a lot of energy, focus, and a lot of thinking as well. You know, we have to get everybody together. We have to really motivate them to get them to do something, because we are on limited funding and we rely so much on volunteers. But the enthusiasm, the drive is so strong, and the people here love their culture. They love their community. This event is of immense relevance to them today.
We haven't heard of any other, some people might get offended by this, of any other Ugandan cultural events that are so well organized like yours. I mean, this event has been going, this cultural group has been going since, I believe, 1999. And
it has been since 1992, and we have been self-funding. We organize events like today. There has been fundraising as well as people bringing food, drinks, and bringing the children. The dancers are actually independent, yet they volunteer for us. We train them. Some of them came with this knowledge from home, and we try to extend it from here, to try and represent the culture, to actually bring out the values. And like today, we apply such values on the women context. Yeah.
Celebrating National Women's Day.
We are celebrating Women's National Day, International Day, and Acholi are particularly very democratic about women, contrary to what some people may say, that Africans, you know, are not liberal or African oppress their women. True, maybe we are all humans, but Africa has championed humanity of late culture since the beginning. Africa is the cradle of humanity. We have a lot of wisdom as a continent, and we have been surviving culturally in this country for so long. And our women has been at the forefront of this progress. And our women, as I said earlier, in an Acholi homestead, she is given the central role of actually managing, leading and running the home. The men traditionally were hunters, gatherers. They bring whatever they bring, and the women have to see that these are stored and made ready for not only the family, not only for our children, but for the entire clan, including people who visit. It was actually only the home with a strong woman that attracted even visitors, because everyone gets fed and everyone is celebrated. We live life with our brains, but we also live with our hearts and with our body. We work very hard, and we also help. And our women have been the leader of these ideas and activities.
As we just saw today, you guys are doing a brilliant job. You've had the children in there taking part, you've had mothers taking part, the dads. It's a family event, a team event as well. What message can you give the Ugandans out there in the diaspora? You know, we felt like there was an issue until we came in there, where we've got youths that are growing up and they're not being taught their culture. But everyone that I've spoken to today has emphasized on culture. You want them to be raised with their culture. We met some young ladies who were very proud of their culture. They were dancing to the music. They said they couldn't speak the language, but they can understand. You know, it's brilliant what you're doing in there, but we would like for it to filter to the other communities as well.
We say to people there's commonality in humanity, and there's a strong case for humanity coming with African culture, coming with Acholi and LUO culture. We we set as our purpose at home, at society level. That's our key purpose, to bring together humanity. We care for humanity. We protect the family, we protect society, humanity being priority. Economy, technology, politics, security, everything. You see, we run a circular model of society as opposed to the hierarchical. See, we don't run things from top to bottom. We are not bureaucratic. As a cultural people, if you go to our home state, you will find everything is in circle. The courtyard, the fireplace, and even our homes, our houses are around. So it represents strength. That is the power of culture, the power of humanity. We are proud of our language. We are proud of our people. We respect other people. We promote friendship, and that is a strong argument for peace as well. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thanks.